guys, Leah and Michelle, Resistance Chicks, February 3rd, Friday, 2017. We want to give you a little bit of backstory. Leah's got an awesome clip about George Soros and his work with the Nazis when he was a Jew or kind of bystander.
He pretended not to be a Jew, and he felt no guilt over the plundering of the Jews. And it's just surreal how cold-hearted he is. And his tentacles are in so many different things. You know, he backed Hillary Clinton. He's backing the Black Lives Matter. He is at the top right now of the face. He's like the only face that you can really see of the globalist agenda right now.
Yeah.
He is like the evil of evil, and you'll see why.
To understand the complexities and contradictions in his personality, you have to go back to the very beginning, to Budapest, where George Soros was born 68 years ago to parents who were wealthy, well-educated, and Jewish.
When the Nazis occupied Budapest in 1944, George Soros' father was a successful lawyer. He lived on an island in the Danube and liked to commute to work in a rowboat. But knowing there were problems ahead for the Jews, he decided to split his family up. He bought them forged papers, and he bribed a government official to take 14-year-old George Soros in and swear that he was his Christian godson. But survival carried a heavy price tag. While hundreds of thousands of Hungarian Jews were being shipped off to the death camps, George Soros accompanied his phony godfather on his appointed rounds, confiscating property from the Jews.
These are pictures from 1944 of what happened to George Soros' friends and neighbors.
You're a Hungarian Jew who escaped the Holocaust by posing as a Christian.
Right.
And you watched lots of people get shipped off to the death camps.
Right. I was 14 years old. And I would say that that's when my character was made.
In what way?
That one should think ahead, one should understand and anticipate events.
His character was made by being a phony and turning his back on his people. And I'm not saying that the rest of us wouldn't have done the same thing. However, the internal conflict that you would have.
He doesn't have one. But listen, I want you to listen to this one more time. He says,
think ahead, one should understand and anticipate events.
And not only should one think ahead and plan ahead and anticipate events, this guy plans them. This is actually where I believe he made his pact with the devil.
Right.
One is threatened. It was a tremendous threat of evil. I mean, it was a very personal experience of evil.
My understanding is that you went out with this protector of yours who swore that you were his adopted godson.
Yes.
Went out, in fact, and helped in the confiscation of property from the Jews.
That's right. Yes.
I mean, that sounds like an experience that would send lots of people to the psychiatric couch for many, many years.
Me, for
Was
sure.
it difficult?
Not at all.
With a smile on his face.
Not at all.
I'm going to read that one. We're going to watch that one more time.
Lots of people to the psychiatric couch for many, many years. Was it difficult?
So fast.
Not at all. Not at all. Maybe as a child you don't see
14,
the
15.
connection, but it created no problem at all.
No feeling of guilt?
No.
For example, that I'm Jewish, and here I am watching these people go, I could just as easily be there, I should be there, none of that.
Well, of course I could be on the other side, or I could be the one from whom the thing is being taken away. But there was no sense that I shouldn't be there, because that was... well, actually, funny way, it's just like in markets, that if I weren't there, of course I wasn't doing it, but somebody else would be taking it away anyhow.
Oh,
it's just
my
like
stinking
in the stock markets. If
gosh.
I wasn't there taking people's money, like somebody else would
see
totally be doing
the
it.
smile on his face.
This is how he explains his life. This is how he explains his evil. If I wasn't there doing the evil, somebody else would be there doing it. Somebody else would be taking the money and manipulating the markets.
That's like saying, as a Nazi, if you weren't there killing these Jews, some other person would be there doing it, so it's okay for you to be there?
Of course, I wasn't doing it, but somebody else would well, actually, funny way.
Oh, it's funny.
Just like in markets.
So funny.
That if I weren't there, of course, I wasn't doing it, but somebody else would be taking it away anyhow.
Of course, he
It was-
says.
whether I was there
He
or
says
not,
he
I
wasn't.
was only a spectator.
was
The
only a
property was
spectator.
being taken away. So I had no role in taking away that property.
And that's why you had a big
So I
smile on
had
your
no
face
sense
just
of
then.
guilt.
Are you religious?
No,
Do you believe in God?
no.
Soros told us he believes God was created by man, not the other way around, which may be why he thinks he can smooth out the world's imperfections.
Wow.
He wants to control the world.
Which is why...
There is no God, and he can control the markets because there's no God. There's no right or wrong. If there's no God, there's no right and wrong.
Exactly. And that's exactly what was going
This
through my
video
mind.
has to go viral. Send it to everyone you know.
Yes, share this on all of your social media pages. This has to get out there. You guys need to know. We talk about George Soros and we talk about all this stuff, the WikiLeaks and everything and like that, and it's like, oh, it just goes right over your head. This is that man. Godless, unrepentant person who was laughing at the fact that his protector was able to steal the goods from his
And he is
people.
so anti-Trump. And he's calling Trump like Hitler. But he stood by with no guilt. Okay, listen to me. Right now, I'm looking out my window. Okay? And I'm looking at all of those houses. Imagine if the Nazis had come in and took all of my... Oh, whoops, sorry. Took all of my family and all of my friends. And then I went in and stood there by their houses as they looted them, knowing full well at 14 years old, 14, 15, 16,
That's not a child.
you know, people graduated from, get an 8th grade education by then, okay? All right? Some of our founding fathers went to Harvard at 15, 16, 14, 15, 16.
John Quincy
okay?
Adams was like a dictator, or not dictator,
Uh,
a diplomat at that point. I mean,
Secretary
almost.
for Diplomat.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that he knew exactly what was going on. You can see it in his eyes. And he said, at
And he
that
got that
moment,
twinkle in his
my
eye.
character was built because I learned that you could go in and just take things from people.
That's how he got his billions.
And
That's how he got his billions. All right, this is Lee Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it is not a conspiracy theory if it's the truth. This is truth. Like, subscribe, leave comments. We want to hear from you guys. Don't forget, this one, share, 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 share. Find us on Facebook and interact with us there because we want to be able to
I
be a part of you
guarantee
guys.
you, if when this interview came out, there was the internet, it would have been shared. And it would
Exactly.
have been uncovered if people had shared a whole bunch before. So that's what we're doing right now with the Podesta emails, and the
Backtrack.
WikiLeaks,
Yep.
and everything like that. You guys, we are getting this out. You're getting this out.
You're getting it out. Help
You're
us.
the resistance.
I was cold all alone. No place for